is Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. Today is Friday, May 10th, 2024, and metals have gone up a bit here. I think, what'd you say, Tim? The gold was at 2,370? Is that right? Ish?
Yeah, about that.
And what's silver sitting at?
$28.50.
$28.50. That's great. And hopefully it keeps matriculating up. That would be nice. Time will tell, obviously. We know crystal ball predictions here. But over the last week, looks like 9 days ago, week 2, 9 days ago, Tim has put up a couple polls on YouTube asking various questions, and we've gotten some responses that I thought we would just maybe talk a little bit about here. And the one that I'm focusing on here, Tim put up, it says, Tim has taken over, okay, only on the days when Brian doesn't do a video. This one was 9 days ago. What would you like Tim to talk about during his white box sessions? And 60% of you said buy it now videos, which is great. 27% said premium updates, which I'm kind of surprised that that's not flip-flopped, where 60% or the majority of people are wanting premium updates over buy it now videos. But we have heard you guys. That's why this week we did only 1 premiums update and 3 buy it now videos, which were very I think successful. Yesterday's video, only 1 item didn't sell, which I think that's a record for us. Is that not, Tim?
I believe so.
Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. So that means that we're pricing our material correctly for the market, which we appreciate you folks participating and letting us know that. So, and we're going to keep doing those and slinging you guys some awesome deals. I picked up another slug of pre-33 gold yesterday, graded. I think they're all $20. Yeah, it's a mix of $20 libs and $20 saints. So they are live in the shop, ready for purchase now, but will also be in a buy it now video next week. So it definitely seems that pre-33 gold is of interest. So I thought today we would go through the comments that were left on this poll that Tim did 9 days ago here, and just discuss the questions that people posted here. Does that make sense, Tim?
That makes sense.
All right. So, and you can see this on YouTube. This is available for everybody to see. So Zane Underwood 1488 asks, can we talk platinum? Perhaps a minor dive into platinum. Well, platinum's weird. It seems to be pretty much dependent upon industrial use for its pricing. One of the people that I value their opinion on the precious metals market, I talked to him 2 days ago, I think it was, 3 days ago maybe, about what his thoughts were regarding platinum and its future. And he said that it's not looking great. This is his opinion, because it really is being, what's the right word? Kind of taken out of the industrial process of making vehicles. There's obviously a huge push towards EV and hybrid vehicles in this country and in the world, getting away from the need for platinum. And that is probably pretty accurate, I would think. So being a precious metal that is hugely dependent upon industrial use and not investment sentiment or speculation sentiment, the future for platinum probably isn't all that great. Look what it's been doing the last couple of years. It goes down to 900-ish. It goes down, touches 900, then it kind of ping pongs back up and kisses 1,000, and then comes back down, and seems to be that window. Maybe it'll keep going up if gold and silver keep going up also. The other metals probably will follow at some level, but overall, his opinion was that the future of platinum as going up significantly, price probably isn't all that great, just because there's not much of a demand for it. And definitely a waning demand industrially. So that was his opinion. So, that makes sense. Is that going to happen? Who knows? None of us have a crystal ball, but that's just one man's sentiment who I value their opinion on. So I'll just kind of leave it at that. Anything that you think the people would like clarification on there, Tim?
That all made sense to me.
All right. Next, RHEDDE 9794, or Hetty, I guess, said foreign fractional gold, buy it now, kangaroos, philharmonics, maples, quarters, and halves. So we get a lot of people calling in, messaging, whatever, about foreign gold. Here's the thing about foreign gold, and this is why, and this is a perfect example that happened yesterday. A lady comes in and sells us $51,000 worth of foreign gold. We buy it at 98% of melt. So this is Maple Leafs, Krugerrands, Britannias, that type of thing. Okay, so we get rid of it at right around melt to the refineries. If we have it in the shop at the time that you come in, we'll sell it to you, or want to place an order, that's fine, we'll sell it to you at spot or melt, or right in that ballpark. The problem is if we have just a minor correction in the market in the time between when we buy it and we can get it locked in, sold, that's a loser for us because we're buying it at minus 2%. So minus 2% in this market is really nothing when gold is sitting at just below $2,400. In the last 12 hours, it's gone from 23.40, I think is where we went home last night, Tim, to now it's 23.70. So it's moved over 1% in the last 12 hours. Now it can do just the opposite and go down 1% or 2%. If it does that when we're buying at 98%, we lose or break even. Breaking even is the same as losing. So, and God forbid it even moves more than that. So when we have deals like that yesterday, when the lady came in and sold us a plug of Maple Leafs, I lock it in and get rid of it because I need to make sure that the company makes that almost 2%. It's just under 2% when we buy it at 98%, send it to the refineries. So because if I would hold on to it and it went up $30 overnight, Tim, let's say I held on to it and then today it went down $30. Uh-oh. Well, now we're stagnating and we're breaking even and maybe even going to lose money if the market would keep going down. So that's why we don't hang on to foreign gold much. If gold goes back down to $1,500 to $1,800 per ounce, I'll stock foreign gold again. But until then, we're buying it at 98% and we're blasting it out as fast as we can when we get these deals in, and just moving the money, making our 1.5% to 2%, and making sure the shop continues to eat. The thing is, people, when they come in and they sell us foreign gold in levels that matter, they're literally kind of like dumping it on us. And the guy or the gal that wants to buy foreign gold from us, well, I'll take an ounce, I'll take 2 ounces. Well, that's great. I just bought 20 on a negative 2% spread. So selling 1 or 2 ounces a day of it across the counter doesn't match the influx that's coming in across the counter. So we just need to move it. And because we're operating 98%. Now a lot of shops buy it at less than 98% because they want to make sure they get their margin, which I totally understand. But I don't want to lower the 98% to a smaller number because there's so many more people who are interested in selling gold right now than there are buying it. So I want to make sure that the people who are selling are getting the best deal that they can, and we as a shop still make a lick. So I mean, I'm more than happy making 1.5% to 2% on an ounce of gold. But at the same time, we're not going to hold it. It's we're pumping and dumping. All right, and that's just the way it is. We buy a lot in a short period of time. We lock it in with the refinery. We make our 1.5% to 2%, and we move on down the road. There's not very many industries I can imagine or sectors of business that operate on a 1.5% to 2% margin and are happy about it. We're very happy about it, but at the same time, we're going to move it on down the line as fast as we can to ensure that we make that 1.5% to 2%. Do you think that clarifies the foreign gold situation, Tim?
So yeah, just as a quick baseball analogy, it's just get singles, get on base. Don't worry about a home run, just get on base.
Okay. So let's move on down. I think that clarifies my position on foreign gold. And then there's also the tax implications too that we talked about in previous videos, but we're not going to get into that here now. We're buying foreign gold. I'll buy it, and gold bars too, up to 1 ounce. We'll buy them all day long at 98% of whatever melt or spot is, and we'll buy them all in as much as you want to sell at one time. Just understand the 1099B side of it, but we're not going to get into that today. All right, JF Broman said we always love a good flash sale. That appears to be the case. Tim's been cranking out a lot of sales this week. Yesterday, like you said, only one item didn't sell. So we appreciate the comment, and it definitely appears to be the case. Redneck Coins. I like that name. Sounds definitely like the Florida boy. Talk about everything honestly, which I think and hope people see that is what we do here. My only agenda is to be transparent. And transparency is, I think, the key in any transaction. Obviously, we are a business, so we are for profit, but you guys can see what our spreads are, and hopefully our spreads make sense for you, whether you're buying or selling to do business with us. And so I appreciate that comment there. He does say the people buying or selling fears, thought theory, etc. It's nice to see different perspectives from 3,000 miles away. Well, he's not a Florida boy if he's 3,000 miles away. But we appreciate the comment, and yeah, our perspective is to move product and be transparent. So hopefully we're doing that, Tim. Is that, you think we're doing that?
I think we're doing that.
Foreign gold, that spot. Kevin Williams 691, foreign gold, that spot. Yes, if we have it in the shop, we are selling 1 ounce foreign gold coins at the spot price of gold. We're just not stocking it. And when we get a plug of it in, we blast it out as soon as we can to make sure that we make our lick. When we do have it in, it's typically because someone comes in and sells us like 1 Krugerrand or 1 gold maple leaf at a time, where it's not enough to lock in at the time. So available stock on kilos. Brad Sanders 1261 asks, available stock on kilos. I'm kind of treating kilos and bigger size silver the same way as I'm treating foreign gold. I want to move it on down the line as fast as possible because a lot more sellers than buyers at the time. If you're looking to cross average your position based on premiums, now is the time to pick that up. For example, we got a couple kilos in the shop, but we are no longer stocking kilos, 50s, and 100 ounce bars. I will start stocking those again once silver, if silver gets below, well, it gets back in that $20 to $22 per ounce range. Don't know if it's ever going back there, but that will be the time that I start stocking those materials again, because the old saying is definitely true. The price of silver on the way up takes the stairs, but takes the elevator on the way down. So I'm not going to get stuck holding a bag of big silver if and when silver decides to hop on that elevator and go back down. So just basically the same theory as with the foreign gold. Holdfast Joe 8841 says, bringing something other than metals for fun, watches, cards, whatever neat things catches your eye. So we've done that in the past. I love sports cards, especially the older ones, anything PSA Beckett graded. I love that type of material. Some of the newer stuff, not so much. Definitely love the older non-sport trading cards too, but it doesn't appear that YouTube Nation does. So when we've made this content in the past, it's been met with meager participation and doesn't seem to really benefit the business. Does that seem to be a fair assessment of that, Tim?
That seems to be a fair assessment.
So I appreciate the sentiment. I guess if we do find something that comes in that's truly unique, maybe we can put that into just as a type of add-on to maybe a premiums video or something at a time. But I mean, I think we did a buy it now video once with just graded cards that were mostly mantles, right? And did we sell any?
Very few moved.
Yeah, very few moved. So it's just it just doesn't seem to be popular here. John Smith 46392 says, buy it now gold. Heard it. We've been moving it. Lots of gold sold yesterday in the buy it now videos. We're going to continue doing that. Mr. D Gold Chain says, more on silver maples. So here's a funny thing. Not yesterday, but the day before, we ran a sale, a buy it now sale, all in 1 ounce foreign silver, where we did it at just $1 over. We did not sell one too. So it appears that YouTube Nation does not care about foreign silver. Therefore, Vermillion Enterprises does not care about foreign silver. We're going to continue to buy it at spot, but based on zero response to it 2 days ago in our Buy It Now video, we're not going to be pushing it in sales because you guys are obviously not interested in it as a whole. And that makes sense when generic silver, you can buy it at 50 cents to $1 over, and Eagles are only $4.95 over. So it makes sense that people would not have as much interest in the foreign silver. I couldn't believe that we did not sell any at $1 over. It blew my mind. So, well, we're going to stick with American Silver Eagles, and we're going to stick with generic rounds because that is what the people want. Bill Frazier, 9731, plunging silver prices. Should we wait for $22 per ounce? That's got to be a personal decision. Obviously, Tim and I pushed that we are not financial advisors. I'm not. Should you wait for $22 an ounce? Maybe. Will we see $22 an ounce again? I believe so. Is that going to happen in the immediate future? Is that going to happen in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? Time will tell. I have no idea. I do not have a crystal ball, which the actual next comment from 12 Stone Stacking says, hey, we want your crystal ball predictions. I have no crystal ball. I buy and sell in the market. I don't care if gold is $1,000 an ounce, $2,000 an ounce, or $3,000 an ounce. I'm going to make sure the shop makes its lick and moves on down the road. Same with silver. It doesn't matter to me whether silver's 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50. We're going to make sure the shop eats, and we'll make sure that we're slinging metal to you guys at the best price that we can in the market. And but other than where it's going, I have no idea or care. It does not matter to me at all. We're going to keep operating one way or another, like always. So Steve IB8118 says Numismatics, loud and clear. I got you, bud. Sold a bunch yesterday. In fact, all of the coins I sold yesterday could be considered numismatics. There's a couple of bullion coins, but they were specialties, so some people might call those numismatics. But we sell a ton of pre-33 gold, and we're going to continue doing that. So what do you think, Tim?
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. We could start putting in some higher graded Morgans. That might do good. We did get a bunch of what I would consider cheaper, modern graded coins in on some deals. So maybe we'll put some lots together for that in the near future for Buy It Now videos. Move some of that material on down the line. It's fun, beginner level type material that should keep new collectors interested and maybe get kids involved, but overall not a serious investment type or speculative type of purchase. Then Selected Silver Sire 7208 says foreign 1/10 quarter ounce gold at spot. Promise I won't be selling it back to you. Okay, I hope that was tongue in cheek. Foreign 1/10 ounce and quarter ounce gold at spot. Right now, Tim's crying on the inside. Fractional metals aren't sold at spot; they're at melt, folks. How many times you gotta tell people, Tim? Melt versus spot.
No, we're gonna have to explain it again.
All right. 4/10 quarter ounce gold at spot. We'll sell you that material if you're in the shop at melt. If you want to buy 10th ounce gold at spot, I'll sell you 10th ounce gold at spot. No, I would never do that to somebody. Sell it when you say, hey, foreign 10th ounce gold or quarter ounce gold at spot. What that means technically is that you would be buying, let's say, a 10th ounce of gold at $2,370. All right, obviously that's not going to happen, right? Because no one's going to pay $2,370 for a 10th ounce of gold. What the correct way to say it is foreign 1/10 ounce gold at melt, because then yes, we're gonna we'll sell you, if we have it, foreign gold at $237 for a 10th ounce. That's the difference between spot and melt. Tim has a video pinned to the top of the channel, and probably will embed it in the comments of this video here, explaining the difference between melt and spot and how to use it and how to correctly use it when discussing fractional precious metals. And also to gives you a description on how to determine the time-space value of junk 90%. So please check that out. But 1/10 ounce and 1/4 ounce gold, foreign gold at melt. We'll do that if we have it in the shop. And but again, like I said, we're just pumping and dumping this stuff as fast as we can to the refineries to make sure that we make our lick. And hopefully that makes sense. If foreign gold, not foreign gold, but if gold's at 2,370 and we buy a 1/10 ounce of foreign gold from a person across the counter and we pay 2% back, that's $232. So when we send it to the refinery, we get $237. So we're making $5 on a 1/10 ounce of gold. So we want to make sure that we're turning and burning, even just making that $5. So that's why we're not holding on to it here in the shop. Hopefully that makes sense. And that was the last, was that the last? Yeah, that was the last comment that was posted on this, what do you call this, a poll, or what is this, Tim?
Yeah, poll.
A poll, okay. So hopefully that answers some questions. Hopefully people enjoy it. And if there's anything that we can do for you, buying or selling, please let us know. And we're happy to do business. And we're very appreciative of all the business that we did over this week with you folks. Remember, today is Friday. Tim is here live in the shop, ready to take orders, but is not on Friday, or is not on Saturdays and Sundays. So phone orders, internet orders, whatever, are a Monday through Friday thing here in the shop. On the weekends, we're just not staffed to handle that alongside also the customers at the counter. So please, if you want to purchase something and where you're not coming into the shop or where we're shipping it out, please do so Monday through Friday. Tim will be happy to help, but Saturdays and Sundays, we're not going to be taking any orders because we're just not available to do that. Hopefully that helps clarify some things. Anything else, Tim?
Cash, check, wire, Zelle.
Yep.
And the checks are personal checks up to $5,000 with a 2-week hold.
That's right. Good point. I know that is a common question that we receive, mostly from our newer subscribers, which I totally understand. And we definitely appreciate. How many subscribers are you up to now, Tim?
Just over 9,100. I think 9,124. Last I checked.
All right. Well, we appreciate that. And remember, kids, stay hydrated. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you.